Welcome to Homestead. It's Mama here, and today we're going to be making us an egg rack so that we can keep track of our eggs and how fresh they are. We've got our nice sharpened pencil, our measuring tape, our hammer, our speedy square, our drill with our 1 1/4 inch hole saw. We've got our skill saw. But we can't forget our safety glasses, because safety first. Now let's get started cutting the wood. Alright, so now we're going to measure 7 boards out at 12 inches. So I've got my rule, I've got my measuring tape laid out here, and I'm going to go to 12 inches. And for those who don't know, that is a foot. I'm going to put a little line there. I'm going to move my measuring tape. I'm going to get my speedy square, and I'm going to line it up and draw a line. I want to make sure my line is nice and thick so that I can see it whenever I go to cut. Get my saw out. I'm going to line it up. With my saw, I line it up with my first 2 little things. If you're not sure, you always just put it closer and see where your blade meets your line. Start away from the board, mash, and then look at me. Alright, now we're going to do that 7 more times and we'll be back. Alright, so I've got my 7 boards cut at 12 inches. Now I'm going to cut my sides. I'm going to cut them at 30 inches. Get my handy dandy pencil. Mark my line there. Draw it off with my speedy square. Put my safety glasses back on. And we're going to get this cut. And we'll be back. Okay, so now that I got my sides cut out, I went ahead and measured this off. Each square going this way is 1 1/2 inches. Then I just found my center. This ended up on 2. This was on 3 1/2 because this is a 1/6, which means it's only 1 5 1/2 in reality. So 2 and 3 1/2 gave me a 1 1/2 inch square here and 2 inch squares on the ends. I went ahead and put my X's where I want to drill my holes at. That way I know where to drill. And I'm going to, because it's getting dark outside, I'm going to put this away for now. Go fix supper so that Goober and Bubba and Papa can eat supper tonight. And I'll come back tomorrow and drill my holes and start putting this together for you. Alright, so we're fixing to drill our holes for our eggs to sit in. We want to make sure that we go ahead and pre-drill a hole for the bit inside of our hole saw to fit in, so it'll be easier to drill our holes. So I have a 1/4 inch bit inside of the drill, and I'm going to get Papa over here and let him help me with this part because I'm not very good at drilling holes. So he's going to come over here and show us how to do this.
Okay.
Alright, Papa's lined up and he's fixing to drill us our first hole here. Wasn't that fun? Now he's going to finish drilling the rest of them.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we have our pre-drilled holes in here. So now Papa's going to take the hole saw on the drill, which he already connected, and he's going to drill us a hole.
Going to hold it, Mama.
Oh. Whoops. And there it is. So now we're just going to finish up this board and all the other boards, and we'll be back. Alright, so we got the first one done. Took me a few minutes, but I got all my holes done. So we took it and put it on one of our other boards and lined it up and went ahead and made this, the little holes. Papa helped me there. I helped him hold it, and he put the drill on there so I could see. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my bit, my 1/4-inch bit, and I'm going to drill the hole and then come back with my hole saw and finish cutting out my holes. Got 6 more to do. Let's finish this up. Go. Alright, so Goober came out here. He helped me. We got all of our holes pre-drilled. As you can tell, it's starting to get night on us again. Time changed. Forgot about it. Didn't realize. So we're going to do as many holes as we can drilled tonight and hopefully sand it down so tomorrow we can come back and just have to nail it together. So we'll see you back tomorrow. Okay, so me and Papa decided we only wanted to do 6 of these boards instead of 7 because on the 7th day we are going to take them off of the egg rack and they will go into the refrigerator. I had Bubba take the sandpaper and sand it down for me while Goober helped me hold these while I drilled these holes. Lots of fun. We took our side pieces here, and I measured 3/4 of an inch away from the top, and then measured 5 inches down and drew a line, 3/4 of an inch, 5 inches, and did that all the way to the end. I ended up perfectly with 1/4 inch right there. And then we just set the board side by side, and I drew it over onto there. I just took my Speedy square and lined it up like this, just like that, and was able to draw my line on across so I didn't have to measure out this other board. So now we're going to get it ready and get set to nail these boards in here to where they're standing up beautifully. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I got it down here on the ground. Papa helped me put a clamp on here. I've nailed in my bottom and my top board. I made sure my bottom board was the one that I put my lines on so that that's on the floor, on the cabinet or whatever, and nobody ever sees that. Now I'm going to place my other boards in here at my lines, and I'm going to nail them in. And then it could be done, or as I'm going to do is I'm going to probably stain this and add a few decorative touches. So I'll show you the finished product in a few. Alright, so Papa helped me finish this. It took an act of Congress. I got a little mad, did a little throwing stuff, maybe a little bit of cussing, but we won't tell anybody. We got the shelves nailed in. Then we found these boards here to use for facial boards just to make it look a little nicer. We decided not to stain it. I put this egg carton with some of our quail eggs right here just to show you what the width of it is. And these are just some fake eggs we had around the house because right now we're not getting any chicken eggs. But whenever we do, whenever we first get them and we bring them in, because we go check our eggs in the evening, they'll go right here. The next evening, they'll move up to here. And then they'll be 2 days old, 3 days old, 4 days old, 5 days old, and then 6 days old is on the top. And that evening, those are going to get taken off. They will be washed and put in the refrigerator or immediately boiled to make boiled eggs. The reason why we leave them sitting here for 7 days is because if you are going to boil the eggs, they peel better after they've sat out for a week. So this is our finished product. I hope you've enjoyed. If you would please hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.